going on, Gato Squad? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, consider subscribing. Hit that button below. So yesterday's video, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I definitely enjoyed cleaning the car. You know, every once in a while it is good to go ahead and get close with the car and clean it up and things like that. And after, you know, the video that I released that I hate the car, you know, I'm frustrated with it. You know, it's still true, by the way. I'm still frustrated with it. It's not fixed yet. You know, I wanted to give it a little bit of love to show it, you know, I still care about it. So you know, we got to take a look at some close-ups, and what I wanted to talk about today is actually the wheels. So if you saw the title, this is a definite mandatory mod that you need to do if you own a Type R and your temperature drop below 40 degrees Fahrenheit or 4 degrees centigrade. You definitely need to get a new set of wheels and tires. So because of that, I've been getting around 5 to 10 questions a day on Instagram, on Facebook, on my email, asking me, hey, how much did your tires cost? How much did your wheels cost? Why did you get the wheels you got? Why did you get the tires you get? What's the offset I should get? What's the size I should get? What should I get? What should I get? How do I get it? Where do I get it from? And I'm very happy to answer them all. I've been answering them all individually, but since I'm getting so many questions, you know, I figured I'd make one video to help all of you guys out. Even if you don't have a Civic Type R, I'll show you guys how I shop for my wheels and tires, and be able to give you kind of a how-to video, right? So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you guys how to do it.
So we're shopping for wheels and tires, and how to best do it and how do I do it. Let's go ahead and go through the basics first, and I want to show you how to get new tires. Let's say you're keeping your stock wheels in your car, you just want to get new tires. Let's go through the basics. So here I have a little picture, a little diagram of what those numbers and letters mean on the side of your tire, and I'm just going to go through the basic what matters really, and this tread width. So the tread width is how wide the actual tire is. That's how wide the contact patch is of the tire to the road. The wider it is, the better it is for grip. But on the wets and in the snow, you want this as small as possible. Now you're limited on what number this can be depending on how wide the wheel is. So let's say you get 18 by 8, they're going to be skinnier than 18 by 9 wheels. And I'll explain that to you in a bit. Aspect ratio is how big the sidewall of the tire is going to be. So this is where the wheel would be mounted, and this is the edge, and that's the size. So the bigger this number, the bigger this tire section, this sidewall is going to be. Diameter means what size wheel you have. So if you have 20-inch wheels, this number will be 20. Load rating and speed rating, you don't have to worry about too much. If you have a fast car like the Type R and it has a high top speed, you're going to want W-rated tires, and that's going to be 186 plus miles per hour tire that are rated for high speed. So now that we know the basics, let's go ahead and shop for tires. Now I like to use Tire Rack or Discount Tire Direct. If you don't live in the US, you can use, I'm sure there are other online retailers where you live. I'd like to say that I can go out to the local shop like Walmart or something and get the tires that I'd like. Unfortunately, like Costco, Walmart, and those Sears, they're kind of limited in what tires they have, and they end up ordering the kind of tires that I've always wanted anyway. And it's a little bit more costly, I think, if they order it versus me just ordering it directly from Tire Rack or from Discount Tire. First, actually, let me use Tire Rack, because with using Tire Rack, you can easily find out exactly what your stock tire size is. So we're shopping for the 2017 Civic Type R, and you can see I have my cars saved here. I have my 98 Prelude, the 17 Type R, the 01 S2000, and the 335D that I own. So let's choose the Type R since I want to help you guys out. And I'm shopping for tires right now. So the stock tires is going to be 245, 30, 20. So let's go ahead and do that by size, and we're going to want 245, 20-inch wheels. Yep, that's the right one. So these are the choices that come up from Discount Tire Direct. Now let's say we want all seasons, and they do have all seasons, I'm sure. So we're gonna go tire category, all season. And then we're going to take a look at what we have. So our options are Nankang Tire. Now I don't know too much about Nankang Tire. If you do know, please let me know in the comments if they're any good. They seem to be out of stock, so they seem to sell pretty well apparently. The Neo Gen, I haven't heard too much about these. I've heard about them, I've just never heard too much about them. Their XL load range is just good. They are W rated, as you can see there, so their speed rating is good. 245/30 R20. These would actually fit perfectly on the stock Civic Type R wheels. These are very popular right now. A lot of people that own Civic Type Rs are buying the Continental DWS. They are very, very good all-season tires. They're a bit expensive, but you get what you pay for, right? So if you're going to keep your stock wheels, these are the best recommendations right now for the Civic Type R all seasons. My only issue with it is that it's still 8.5 inches wide, or it's 245 wide. So if you're dealing with a lot of rain or a lot of slushy snow or something like that, if you're going to drive the car around there, it's a bit too wide for my taste. So I kind of want something smaller. Now let's say I want to buy new wheels, because as a recommendation for me, if you have a Civic Type R, I do recommend you buy a separate set of wheels that will make your drive a lot easier. Let's say you hit a pothole in these stock wheels right now. I've heard a lot of reports of these wheels bending because you don't have that much aspect ratio. These 30 series tires are tiny.
And these wheels, while they look really good, I think, on the car, it's just a little bit too big, and they really do limit the size of the tire you can get on there. That's all you can get. That's 30 series tires. So 30 series is the width from there to there, and that's really, really small, and that really does limit what kind of tire you get. So that's why I recommend getting a new set of wheels, 19 or 18 inch, to really expand your choices.
So keeping that in mind, you're going to want to go with smaller wheels. So how do I shop for wheels? Well, first, let's go through the basics of wheel measurement. Now, there's really only 3 or 4 wheel measurements that we really care about, and that's the height of the wheel really is 18-inch diameter, let's say. So that's an 18-inch wheel or a 19-inch wheel or a 20-inch wheel. 20-inch wheel is what the Civic Type R comes with. I recommend getting 18s. That's the smallest wheel you can fit in a Civic Type R. If you have different cars, you can fit different size wheels. The other measurement you want to know is how wide the tire is. So it's 18 by, let's say it's 18 by 7, because right now these are 7-inch wide wheels. So 18 by 7s. I think the 7-inch width wheel is a little bit too small for the Type R as well. You won't have enough space to mount the wheel and clear the brake calipers. The other measurement is offset, and now offset is a little bit hard to kind of show you guys, but this picture right here is actually showing you exactly what offset is. So on the left here you have negative 47 millimeter negative offset. So see, negative 47 millimeter. That means that from the center of the wheel, so this right here, this dotted line right here represents the center of this wheel. Negative 47 means the mounting plates, the mounting face of the wheel is actually closer to the inside of the wheel, where the wheel gets mounted to the car, by 47 millimeters from the center. Now if you look at the middle one, is 0 offset. That means that the mounting face of the wheel is going to be 0 millimeters away from the exact center of this wheel. So that's 0 offset. And the positive offset, so this is only 10 millimeters, so it's a small amount of offset difference from the center of the wheel. Now the Civic Type Rs come with plus 50 millimeter offset on the stock wheels, and so some people think it's a good idea to keep it as close as possible. I'm not sure how it would change the torque steer characteristics or anything like that, but that's what they're saying. If you want a machined wheel lip, if you want like a deep dish rim look on your wheel, then you're going to want less offset is what you're going to get for that. I do like to use tire rack for wheel purchases. Discount Tire Direct has a very limited amount of wheels, so I do like to use tire rack. Like I said, if you don't live in the US, there's other outlets I'm sure you can get. So let's go by vehicle and wheels and then view results. So right now I'm going to show you how I picked out a wheel package. So let's say we're actually buying a winter set of wheels. So there's 2 things you got to keep in mind. For winter wheels, you want the smallest possible in terms of diameter and in terms of width. So the less width you have in the wheel, the better traction you're going to have in snow. So with 18, so I recommend if you're going to get snow wheels or wheels set up for the snow, if you're going to drive the car during the winter, then get 18-inch. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to create a snow package, and then the smallest width possible. All right, so they're saying 7.5 is the smallest width. Let's do 7.5. There's only 6 of them. There's only 7.5, and let's do 8 because it's the smallest width possible. And then for offset, I don't really mind. The options all the way down from 29 to 48. There's no 50 for 18-inch wheels from Tire Rack. I'm sure there are elsewhere. But so we're gonna go ahead and choose price lowest to highest is the best way to do it. Now, one of the glitches from Tire Rack is it'll show you sets of wheels that are only 2. They only have 2 in stock. So these wheels, first of all, they don't look that great. Second of all, they're not in stock. So just scroll down till you get the wheels that are in stock. And the first wheel that's in stock is a TR Motorsports C4. Now, if you don't know, TR Motorsports is Tire Rack Motorsports. So this is a Tire Rack branded wheel. So it's gonna be, really well priced. Not that they're bad or anything like that. In fact, only at 20 pounds, it's actually a very lightweight wheel. They're obviously copying, I believe it's either NK or Rada, or they're copying a very popular manufacturer in wheels. They're just copying their design and making their own, branding it themselves. So if I were to buy right now, especially for a winter setup, I would get these wheels right here, 18 by 8. Let's actually just look at the 7.5. Let's look at the narrowest wheels possible. So these don't look bad at all. Let's take a look. And you can view them on vehicle, but the problem with this setup, the way it looks on vehicle, it's not always representative of how it really looks in real life. Let's just keep that in mind. So if I like this wheel, let's say I like it, I'm just gonna click on it and take a close look at it, really close up, and just really kind of take a look around it. It looks okay. I think it looks all right. It's kind of reminiscent of the stock wheel setup. The stock wheel looks better than this, I think, but it looks okay. So let's say I just choose this one because it looks great. So it's a little bit expensive, not really actually, comparing it to other way more expensive wheels. Like we can get OZ wheels for $300 each. And there's even more expensive than that. BBS wheels would run for like $500 each, and that's not that much. But so I'm getting multiple sets of wheels and tires for my Type R. Let's just say I'll go with these because these are the narrowest you can get. And they're 47mm offset, which is fine. 24 pounds, which is again fine because these are going to be snow or winter wheels. I just want to show you real quick this tire calculator. Let's say you want to change to 19-inch wheels. So what kind of tires would you need? Let's say you've got 235, 30, 19 on your Type R. Your speedometer is going to show 65, but you're going to actually be going 62 miles an hour. So you're going to probably want to do 35, even 40. Let's see, 40. Oops. So either 35 or 40 will get you close to the 65 that your speedometer is going to show. And you can play with this calculator and see what kind of tires you can get. Anyway, back to this. So I'm choosing my tires, and I've heard really good things about Blizzaks, but I've also heard great things about these Continentals right here. So I'm just going to choose these Continentals, add to package. The key with the Tire Rack is that they mount it for free, which is great. Perfect. So these is my winter wheel and tire package that I would make and I would use in case it snowed and I wanted to use my Type R in the snow, which I will be doing. Now, real quick, if you're going for performance, so as you can tell, 18 by 7.5, these are 18 by 9. And again, I stuck with 18 because 18-inch wheels gives me a lot more tire selection than 19 or 20-inch wheels. The wider, the better. Like I said, for summer, you want the widest possible because the wider it is, the more contact patch you have and the better your grip you're gonna have. And I've heard really good things about Firehawk. So this is my summer setup and this is my winter setup. And there you have it, guys. So as always, I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative. If you have any questions, put them down below. Happy to answer them. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. I will catch you guys next time. Peace out.